Hey everyone, Daniel Marchena here, and we're taking a look at the Android Developer Preview 2 for Android P on the Sony Xperia XZ2. Let's go ahead and get started. So Sony was one of the manufacturers that signed on for the Android Developer Preview 2 beta program. The Xperia experience flashing this onto the phone is actually super simple. You don't have to worry about unlocking your bootloader, wiping DRM files, or anything like that. All you need to do is plug it into your computer using the Sony Xperia companion application, hold down the Alt button while hitting software repair, and you'll have the option to download and install the P beta onto the device. Actually using the P beta on the device is not as simple though. There are a lot of broken features, things that are missing that might be expected, and also some of the additions that Sony added onto the phone just aren't present here on the device. Now, compared to Mario's review, or taking a look at the P beta on the OnePlus 6, there are a lot of things on this phone that it actually has over that one. So I think that OEMs are actually modifying these for their individual devices. One of the things that you'll notice is the launcher. I actually have the new recent gestures here on the XZ2, whereas the OnePlus 6 was not able to use these gestures. The one thing that I will say though is these gestures, you can't turn them off. They're on, that's the way you've got it, that's the only thing you can do, as opposed to the Pixels where you can toggle them on or off depending on your preference. So that's one of the things that's broken. Also, this is not running the Google Pixel launcher, and the Google Pixel launcher can't be installed in this device, which I've already tried from downloading. So you've got a launcher called Sidestep. I believe this is a derivative of AOSP. If you go into the settings here, you can see it's very generic, just like the AOSP launcher as opposed to the Pixel add-ons. And you've also got no Google Now tab on the left, and also you just have a generic Google search bar on the top of it. The camera is really broken as well. It works, it functions, but you're just using a bare bones AOSP camera. Now you can see I've installed Open Camera on here, and a lot of features do work, such as HDR modes, full resolution, but none of those are working in the application that's installed from, from flashing the kit. Now, if we go into the settings here, you'll see you've got the generic AOSP colors, which in my opinion are really terrible, as well as the new notification shade, which again, I think it's pretty terrible compared to Android Oreo. And then you come into the settings menu, and the settings menu does have a lot of the colors that we did see on the Pixel, so you should see that coming to all of the phones unless your developer or OEM skins it. If we go into battery, you see that we do have the new battery manager that's a part of Android P, and also my screen usage and such is working as opposed to the P preview on the OnePlus 6. Now, if we go back here into the display, you'll see that we are missing the new adaptive brightness that the Pixels are going to have. So that's another thing that's missing there as well. Again, this looks like a very stripped down version of what you're getting when you flash this on a Pixel. Now, if we go over to here to the gestures, if I can hit the right button. If you go over to gestures, you'll see that swipe up on home button is an option like it is on Pixel, but toggling it does nothing there. Also the prevent ringing, that does nothing either. So I think a lot of these things are just fundamentally broken on the device. The camera key, hardware camera key, does work on the Sony Xperia though. If we go into the About phone here, you can see that it's being registered as a device that it actually isn't. It's actually the H8266, which is the US unlocked model. So I think that's just a glitch in Sony software, but it's not registering as a generic Snapdragon 845 device like Mario's was. So that was just a quick look at Android P Developer Beta 2, available for the Sony Xperia XZ2. Again, you can use the Sony Xperia companion application on Windows to go ahead and install that to your device if that was something you wanted to do, but it's definitely not something I recommend. So this was Daniel Marchena with XDA Developers. I'll see you next time.